Hello everyone, welcome back to my Let's Play, The Kingdom. And today, well, actually, over the last few days I've been busy. After I record one episode, I start work on the next one already. And I normally don't start filming until I've almost put out the previous one, just so I can try and keep up. And I'm missing some glass there actually, I don't have any. I've been doing a bit of work down here, so the mine has changed. Let's see what you think so far. Furnace area. Got my stuff: coal, potions, and lava buckets, gravel, soil, smooth stone, and cobble. That's all I've done so far of them. And all the ones over here are ones I have to put in still. So I'm thinking of doing there all the common stuff and the ores and things that I need. And on the other side, I might put all the valuable stuff in the same sort of style as this, so I can have some sort of nice segregation of it. I might have it so that I might go around the corner and have the storage going around in a circle kind of thing. I don't know. Don't want to make it too complex because I'm not going to spend too much time here. Once I've dug out, then I'm not going to come back here very often apart from deposit stuff. So I have decorated it with ores in the ground and played around a bit. I don't know what you guys think of this. I've got lava in here. It's always hard to light these places, as we are down level 9 here, 9 and 10. You do get the void fog when you're a little bit lower. There you are. I quite like it actually. It makes you not having to focus on lots of things at once, but there you go. And I'll give you a quick look of what I've got so far. And that should just be some redstone there. And diamond one. Yep. There's some diamonds. There's some redstone. Some emeralds, iron, a little bit of gold, bit of lapis. So it's okay so far, and I've got quite a few chests of these full already. And even my coal. And that was all from where this is here. This is the starting point. And if you go 40 that way, then I've done pretty much, well, I've done a full side 40 distance away from the middle, and that's how much stuff I got from it. Up to level 16, down to level 0, well, level 1, and so that stopped here. So I mined all of them up and down, and that's what I got. Pretty impressive, to be honest. Shows that ship mining is very good. Like I said before, I wouldn't do it without having the haste 2. But I was starting to set up another beacon over here. I've got another 2 here. I was going to go for speed and haste 2, because the jump is nice, but don't really need it. And I decided to change up how I'm going to do this one to make it more efficient. So if I look on the F3, the beacon will be in the way. I have to go around it. But this one starts off at, this is 5. Ooh. Anyway, this is the top level of bedrock. So this is the lowest one I'll be on. I want to get the ores at the floor like so. But I don't want to go any lower than that because I mess things up. So this is the first one. Then I'll go up to the second one at 8. Third one at 11. And the last, no, one before last. Well, this is 14. That means this block, we're on 14 at the moment. That block's 15. That block's 16. So I shouldn't actually need to go any higher than that, as diamond only spawns below level 16. But I've got an extra one here anyway. I might have it so that my top bit might be the access. I'm not sure. I haven't really quite thought of that yet. But anyway, I was going to put this beacon in, and I was getting on with it. I get quite carried away between episodes. I just keep doing work and putting in this beacon, and then I start stumbling across large deposits. So I thought I might save them for you guys to see. Ooh, that's pretty nice actually. 7 emeralds, 4 diamonds, and there was some more just sitting over here. I was only clearing out the space to get a kind of feel for how I wanted to set them out this time. And I just happened to come across all these ores. I've had to go and repair all my pickaxes once already. Yeah, a lot of levels, not very many diamonds though, so as in to use to fix them. So it's pretty good. This bit is actually next to some lava. Oh dear. I like the ladders. I was having great fun with them yesterday when I was doing this, where you would run through an area with the speed and everything, and I was forgetting fire resistance, and I was just running through, and you run through too fast, so you basically destroy the blocks underneath the lava pool, whoops, before you actually allow the lava to have time to fall down. But when you come back, it's a bit stuck. But I had these ladders on me anyway, and I was just sitting there and putting them across the wall like so, and then walking underneath the lava, as long as you don't walk up the ladders. If there is any more things I could put these on, I don't know. Anyway, ouch. Save the armor. I won't die from that. So anyway, that's what I was doing. I think there may have been a couple more ores around, nice ones that were just sitting here. Maybe that will kill me. I do play on hard, so yeah, I'm not meant to be jumping across side things. So all that, I've only mined one piece of smooth stone. So yes, I wasn't going to do any work here today for camera, and that pickaxe is almost gone. Was there any more though? There was some other ores, but lots of redstone here. But that's it, yeah, I'll stop there. But what I want to do is give you a show of how many diamonds you get from Fortune 3, and stuck, and how many redstone ore you get from Fortune 3 when you break them, and probably do a coal one as well and just tell you the results. But I'm going to set up all my diamonds after we see how many we have. I've got another 4 in here which I won't use, and yeah, that should be those ones, and the rest are here. So that's another 10 I just got. 10 in like a minute. So I'm going to line all these up nice and neatly, and then we're going to mine them and see how many we get. I'm guessing I'm going to get 2.5 per, and that's up because I'm doing the FH thing. However you turn it off. I don't really like it, but it's okay when you get near the end of the pickaxe like so, because then when you use it on the anvil, you can see exactly how many points you give it back, so you can see whether it's worth using an extra diamond or not. So anyway, I'm expecting 2.5 diamonds per ore with Fortune 3. So we'll see how close I get to that. And there is 77 ores, so take a guess before I do this, and I'll be back in a sec when it's set up. So, I don't think I've ever seen so many diamond blocks in one place. Diamond ores, I should say. And I'm expecting just about 3 stacks worth of diamonds off these. Nothing on me to begin with. Oh, I actually got more. My bad. Wow. Put them on then. So, today I'm actually not going to be doing anything in the mines, apart from this. Well, that's a bit of a fail. And I want to go try and finish off the wither farm, actually. Which I know exactly what I'm going to be doing. It's just taken a lot of time to do. So I'm going to try and finish the farm itself and show you how that's going to work, because it's some people were messaging me saying, no, my wither farm doesn't work very well, look at your one and everything else. Yeah, mine's only about halfway through being done. There's a lot of mechanics going into it that I haven't even shown you guys yet. And of course I've got to do some clearing out of the area as well. So let's have a little look now. Level 20. Oh, just a bit under. So that is, I was expecting 192, and this is 164. So not as lucky as I was expecting. So that is 2.1 each. That's a pretty bad average for me. So now I'm going to set up, I think I'll set up the emeralds next. But still, that's quite a few diamonds. So considering I only had, what, 30 left? Yeah, it's quite nice. So the next ones would be, I'm going to set up all of these and do them, I think. Or I'll set up 5 stacks or something. But I'll get back to you with the results so I can then get on to the wither farm. So back in a bit. 56 emeralds. Okay, emeralds were 2.5 each ore basically. Now I'm going to do 5 stacks of redstone. And if you know what 5 stacks of redstone looks like, the first 2 layers are 3 deep. That's quite a lot of redstone. I know certain people would love to see that many ores, and that's only about half of them. I wasn't going to do all of them, it's too much time and too much for my pickaxe. I want to store them because they're easy to store in ore form. So, after I've done these, and that's what you get from 5 stacks of redstone ore. Just under 6 redstone per redstone ore, which is pretty nice. And I think I will just do pretty much a stack of lapis. Lapis. So, these I actually need to carry on with my Sky Fortress, which is on hold at the moment. So I do these and then I get off to the nether. And there we are, ore's done for today, mining done for today. Just over 14 per ore, which is pretty intense. And off to the nether now, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to be doing with the farm. So we're at the nether, and I did forget my looting sword. I came up here and there was 10 up there already, which is quite nice, just popping in. They're discoing. And Etho scammed me. Etho said when we're doing PvP that beacons work in the nether if they're 14 blocks above them unblocked. Wrong. Doesn't work. The beacon is a lie. Yep. And I looked up as well. Beacons no longer work in the nether. It was a glitch before 1.4.2. So there you are. That's how up to date everyone is. So what I'm going to do is this area is okay at the moment for spawning. I can reduce the spawning levels around quite easily. It's quite a nice area already. But the next phase is to make sure pigmen and slime leave the area. And this is what I've been doing some practicing with ghast spawners and pigmen spawners in creative on the worlds. And I know a very good way of keeping the wither rate up and reducing the other rates. Quite simply. So I've got to first of all build a little barricade sort of layer around the edge of this. We'll probably do that with sandstone half slabs, because I like them. I've then got to edit the sides of these, and I'll get back to you to show you exactly what I mean. Okay, so step 1's done, and what I've done is remove the outer ring of every layer, remove the safety rails. So now every space in the farm is a wither skeleton space. So every possible space in there is a spawn for the skeletons. The farm is overall smaller, but has the same amount of spawning space like I said. I only moved the safety rail and the block underneath the safety rail. And this, you may ask, why? And this is because in the nether there are certain mobs that you can have. So in here, this area here specifically, you get the skeletons, wither skeletons, pigmen, blaze, and magma cubes. Now, what you want to do in one of these farms is reduce the spawns of the blaze, some pigmen, the magma creams, and the skeletons. And what you can do with this is that the top level actually needs to be moved now, I think, but all of the rest of them, they're 2.5 high. So with the skeletons get stuck and they can't move, like that one there. All the other mobs can walk around, can bounce around, whatever they want. And what I've done here is start putting down trapdoors. And what happens with here in the mob AI, the mobs walk along and the path finding says that that trapdoor is a block in its own right. So they try and walk on top of it, and when they walk on top of it, they fall down. So that's the first step, is that all the mobs I don't want, I want them to be cycling around, so dying, and then other mobs respawning in their place. And hopefully some of them will be wither skeletons. So all these are just trapdoors. So the first problem is that Ghast can shoot these trapdoors and break them, which we have to deal with today as well. But this is the best way of doing it. Second of all, I want it so that when they fall out, they die. Now, magma creams, Blaze won't do this, but magma creams and pigmen, if they fall out, they will survive because they can swim in lava and lava doesn't kill them. And they stay on the mob cap, so that's not a good thing to have. So, like I mentioned before, I'm going to build a platform at the bottom, and I'm probably going to need to make the platform a bit lower if I want to have it so that there is a 23 or more drop between the bottom layer here and where the platform is, so that all of the mobs, even if they fall from the bottom one, would die from fall damage. And then what I've designed is that way you get extra loot, so the zombies fall down and you get some gold and that sort of thing maybe down the bottom. And then anything like the slimes, where even if they die on impact, then they break up and then other ones around there. And then if 5 or 6 of those big ones fall down and break up into 30 little ones, they can spoil your mob cap. So what I want to do is then put cactus, make it so they can only bounce one way afterwards falling down, and then they would go into a cactus run, so that they would all be crushed in the cactus and die, basically, which would then remove them from the mob cap, which would be very good. And that's how basically I'm going to be doing it today. And like I said, here you can see that these can run around. They're not very active on their own normally. The other mobs, their pathfinding just makes them walk around. And as you can see, this slime would then jump out if I wasn't near it and start laying in the lava. But yep, I'm going to get on with this now. I'm going to go build the trap down the bottom, and it's annoying because I've got to do it for, it should be 23 zombie men I'm going to die from. I've got to go check that on creative, but I think my difference is it's only about 16 or maybe maximum of 20 blocks from the bottom bit to the top of that. So what I'm going to have to do is build a ring around the lava, inside the lava, and clear it all out, which is going to be an absolute pain, but I'll do it. I'm not going to clear out the whole of the bottom of underneath that lava yet, in the middle. I'm not going to do that today, but I'm going to try and finish off the actual farm itself, because I did promise that I'd go for a whole stack of skulls and do a live stream with them, and that won't be possible this weekend, which will probably be when this is out now, because I'm not there this weekend. But hopefully I can start actually doing some farming on this rather than just playing with it, and then I can power out some skulls and then do the pretty things later. So I'm going to get on with this now, and I'll be back in a bit. Okay, so the farm's working quite well and nicely on its own. Before I start removing the mobs I don't want, I've made a platform around the edge. I haven't moved it all downwards, I've moved an example one down the end, which I'm going to show you in a second after I kill these. So at the moment you saw that cream jump off the edge. That pigman won't go off the edge at the moment probably, because there's no trapdoors on them. Trapdoors, obviously, like I said, they just see them as a block and try and walk onto them. And we'll just get you. I've got another head already, just by killing a few when I come up. And I have come to the conclusion that I won't be able to finish this farm today, but I will be able to show you the finished farm in principle. And then I'll finish it probably for next time or on next episode. And I've got quite a lot of technical things I'm trying to cram into a short amount of time. I just tried to record this part and it took me 12 minutes, so hopefully I can do less now. They fall down to here. This will be half slabbed, so nothing can spawn. These will be all on the inside, so anything that does come down, mostly aiming at the magma cubes, because when they come down they split into a number of smaller ones if they die from fall damage, and then they will bounce around any direction like slimes, or towards the player. If I'm in the middle, they'll jump inwards and come into a cactus run. This cactus run will be lower than this level, that's just there for the moment just to show you, so they'll fall into it and won't be able to get out, they'll die, the items will be destroyed from the cactuses, all good. And then extra mobs will spawn up there. Now these cactuses and everything else can be blown up by ghasts, so the next thing is to make sure there's no ghast spawning spaces within the system, and within there they aren't high enough platforms from each other to let ghasts spawn, and on here they can't spawn on half slabs. On the outside they won't be able to spawn on the half slabs either when they're down, so that'd be good. So there'll be no ghast spawning inside the system, and then the next thing is to prevent spawning outside the system getting in. Now that what I've got to do is where the wall is here, this will act doubly to stop things getting outside, so when the things do fall down they can't suddenly fly over there or something and survive into the lava. And what I'm going to do is the wall will go up, and then when it gets to the air blocks for the spawning spaces, I'll probably leave a 1 block gap, so that even if the ghasts do fire their fireballs through that one wide gap, they're very unlikely to get anything just from the angle, and hopefully not the trapdoors, doesn't matter if they get anything else. I do expect to be using fire potions when I do farm this anyway, it's just so cheap to do it. So this wall will go up, so this whole area here will be caged in basically, it'll be a closed system, and they won't be able to spawn on top. This will go all the way to the roof, and the last couple of things I have to do is make a way up and down, and I'm toying with the idea of having a staircase going up, a ladder. So wherever it's got that temporary one over there, I'd have probably a ladder up on the outer wall, and then a way in, maybe to the right at the top, and then I would have a trapdoor right on the very top, and then go from the top layer downwards through the middle, just through trapdoors, so I won't wreck any spawning spaces, and I won't block any air blocks. And then I'll just go down, 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 and then the bottom one will just come through to here, and then by then the top one should start spawning again, and then I can just go back around after a while. Just an idea I'm playing with. On these large farm projects, I've actually got quite a few on the go at the moment in creative, that's why I haven't had that much time to do this. Hopefully they're getting to completion soon, so you can be shown what I'll be spending all my time on, and hopefully that'll be implemented in my world as well after this. So that should be what I have to do to finish this farm. I haven't tested it or anything. Like I still, this farm is just basically one of the things that I'd normally spend a good 4 or 5 days in creative, designing, reiterating, and going back on the design, doing what I like, doing what I don't like, and editing it to the final thing. Now I've basically done that process here in survival over the last couple of weeks, what I would do in a few days in creative. So it's been a different process, and not really one that, well, I have enjoyed it, but it's not really one that I do suggest me doing for future farms. I've got a couple of farms that I do want to do in the nether still, lots of nether projects it seems, but I've basically got them sussed out in creative, so definitely do a straightforward build that time. And I'm just going to move all these bits down and then see what the time is, because at the moment these are blocking a lot of spawning spaces and air blocks. And now you lot should stop running towards me, and you should go out of the system. That's what I want, because at the moment they can't jump very far because they are too high themselves, and the thing is only 2.5 high. So what I want them to do is when there's these down here, then they'll just try and bounce off the edge. That's what I'm hoping anyway. So at the moment they're trying to track me, and that's all okay, but I don't want them tracking me. But when you're out of range of them, they'll just go in any direction, so that's when they'll fall at the edge. So anyway, I'll be back in a sec. Okay, so storage is down here now, and that's all sorted out. And that's where the train track will become, and also a farm for food, and probably nether warts and things like that. And just to keep myself busy while I do kill things up there. And up here, just go up the temporary one still. Hopefully soon I can get this finished and then give you a show. Hopefully it works well. Like I said before, I haven't tested this before, it just using some logic, and hopefully it works out. Not like other designs I normally do, where I just sit there and keep doing them again and again and again until I get them how I like. It's just a different way of doing it. This is fun as well. So that's what it looks like at the moment, and it's going to keep that in your head for when I have this finished. It's going to look a lot different, a lot more cagey. So anyway, I think that's it for today. Sorry that I have more time again. There we are. So I'll see you next time, guys.